Hi children, today we are going to learn like a previous exercise of 9th class 6th chapter, that is linear equations in two variables. Here 6.4 exercise. In the 6.4 exercise completely we have 9 questions. In the out of 9 also graphical representation questions only. What we have done in 6.3, same thing we are going to do it here in 6.4. There is no change, but the little change is that here we get word problems. In below of every word problem there will be some 1 or 2 questions will be asked. 1 or 2 internal questions are asked. So this we have to solve it from the graph only. From the graph we need to find out the solve. All these we need to find out through the graph only. So without wasting time, let us go for question number 1. The election. In an election, 60% of voters cast their votes. From an equation, draw the graph for this data. Find the following from the graph. The total number of voters, if 1200 voters cast their votes. Find the total number of voters if the 1200 voters are cast their votes. Only 1200 voters are voted. Then what are the total number of voters we need to find? The number of votes cast if the total number of voters is 800. If total members are in a village for 800, only 60% of voters are voted. That means what is 60% of 800? That also we need to find out here. Okay, let us find out here 6.4. The solution. Here the number of voters cast their votes is X suppose. Then the total number of votes will be Y. Okay. The number of people who went for polling booth and cast their vote is X, and total number of people in a village will be Y. Then here X equal to 60% of Y. X equal to 60% of Y. So the 60% can be written as here X equal to 60 by 100 into Y. Y percentage if you remove we can write by 100. Then 0 and 0 get cancelled and 2 3s are 2 5s are. Then X equal to 3 by 5 into Y. That is what? 3 by Y, 3 into Y, 3Y by 5. This Y is dividing, we transfer this side, that become a multiplication. So 5 into X, 5X equal to 3Y. This 3 also you transfer this side, 5X by 3, that equal to Y. Or not, the equation become 5X, this plus 3Y become minus 3Y equal to 0. It will be equation then. Then see, actually Y equal to we got 5X by 3. Here X value you assume like that. X equal to 300, 600, 900, 1200, 1500 we have assumed. Because in the questions also they asked like that. Here the total number of voters, if 1200 voters are cast their vote, this 1200 we are to assume here, so that we'll get, if 1200 people are cast their votes, there will be total 2000 people. Out of 2000 people, only 1200 people are cast their votes. That is what. Okay, then 1200 and 2000. And the number of voters, if the total number of voters is 800, if total number of voters is 800, how many people are cast their votes? That we have to find out. We'll be getting this by the graph only. See, substitute in the given questions. Here it is cancelled. If this looks clearly, no problem. Or not, you just cancel it and find out. Already I have given an equation, that is Y equal to 5X by 3. X equal to, you assume any numbers and find out Y value. So here from the graph we'll get it. From the graph we get it. See, if total 800 people are there, then 1350 people were voted. Then total 1200 people were voted, then 2000. Here it's has to be 800. 800 people if they voted, there will be, if total number of people are 800, see, if 1200 people are voted, then the total number of people are 2000. If 800 people are cast their votes, 800 is 500, it is 1000. In which will be 800, suppose here. 5 to 5, 5. Here it will be 2, 2. Then 6 in the same here. The sixth line you have to draw a line. It comes here. From there to, yes, there is a 500 people. 500 people. 500 people. That means a simple 60% of 800. 60% of 800. 60 by 100 into 800. This and this going to cancel. 6 8s are 42. 420 people. So it will be 420 people, children. 420 people. See, here we guessed 420 people. If total number of voters are 800, then 60% of 80. 60% of 800. The 60% of 800 will be 420. Then find the total number voters. If 60% is 1200, if 60% is 1200, see, then in this 30% will be 600. Then in this 10% will be 200. In that 1200 plus 600 plus 200, that will be a 2000 total number of voters. 60 plus 30 plus 10, that is 100%. 100% people will be 2000. So here graph you look at like this. This is correct only. This is correct, and this one you have to change it. It is 420. It is 420. After this, the sixth line you have to go through the sixth line. Here it comes like this. If total is, the total number of voters are here. The number of people who voted as given x-axis. The number of people who are voted, they are given x-axis. The total number of voters on y-axis. The number of people who voted 1200. Then total number of voters are 2000. If total number of voters are 800 here, okay, then you draw it horizontal line. You draw the horizontal line. It intersect here the graph. From there you draw the vertical line. It will intersect the x-axis. So we'll know that how many people were voted. Out of 800 people, 420 people were voted, because it is a 60% of it. Now, if 1200 people are voted, only 1200 people are voted, total will be 2000. See, in that way, we have a percentage question, that is. Then next question is here. See, it is when Rupa was born. When Rupa was born, his father is not, her father was 25 years old. From an equation, draw the graph for the data. From the graph, find out the age of the father when Rupa is 25 years old. When Rupa is 25 years old, see, when Rupa is 25 years old, Rupa age when her father is 40 years old. Okay, let's find out here. Rupa age will assume like a x, our father age will be like a y. Okay, y equal to x plus 20y. Y, father age is y. This father is 25 years old when Rupa was taken a birth. When Rupa came on this earth, her father is 25 years old. If Rupa age is 1 year, her father age will be 26. If Rupa age will be 20, then father age will be 45. So Rupa age is x, then father age will be x plus 25. 25 years will be older than her. So it will be like this. So y equal to x plus 25, directly it is. So form a equation. We need to also form a linear equation. No, form a equation they said. So this y you transfer this side, x minus y plus 25 equal to 0. This is an equation, but with this we can do the solution. See, x values 0, 5, 10, 15, 20. You can assume anything. But see, as he asked in the question, if you assume those numbers In the question they ask some numbers, no, if you find out those numbers, if you assumed here, that will be easy, or not you can assume any numbers. So if Rupai age is 0, father age will be 25. Rupai age is 5, father will be 30. Rupai age 10, father is 35. Like that it will be continuous. You will get 5 solutions like this. See, the age of the father when Rupai is 25 years old. If Rupai age is 25, father will be more 25 again. So father will be 50. Rupai age when our father is 40 years. If what is the Rupai age? When our father is 40 years, then she age will be 15. 15 plus 25 will be getting 40. అంటే వాళ్ళ ఫాదర్ 40 ఇయర్స్ ఉంటే రూపాయి ఏజ్ 15 ఇయర్స్ ఉంటుంది. సో దిస్ ఆల్సో విల్ గెట్ బై ది గ్రాఫ్ చిల్డ్రన్. ఓకే, రూపాయి ఏజ్ we have taken on the x axis, our father age we have taken on the y axis. Okay, if our father age is 40, then Rupai age is 15, we got it. See, 40, you draw the line like this from the intersection of our linear graph. From the 40 years you draw the horizontal line until intersecting the graph. From there you have to draw the vertical line intersecting the x axis. On x axis what we are taking? Rupai age. So father age is on y axis. Father age is 40 years, then Rupai age will be 15 years. Then if father age is 50 years, then Rupai age will be 25 years. Here it's got correct. Then we go for third question. An auto charges rupees 15 for the first kilometer and 8 rupees 8 each for subsequent kilometer for a distance of x kilometer, and an amount is y paid. For x kilometer if they travel, y rupees they paid. Write a linear equation representing the information and draw the graph. The help of graph, find the distance traveled. If fare paid 55 rupees, how much would be have to paid for 7 kilometers? Simple. The auto charges is rupees 15 for first kilometer. If you see in metro cities or somewhere where for autos there will be meters, autos and taxis there will be meters. So first kilometer, for first kilometer there will be 15 rupees they charge. After then if you go second kilometer, third kilometer, fourth kilometer, so for every subsequent kilometer they will be charging 8 rupees. If they travel x kilometer, they will pay y amount. That means in this y amount there will be fixed charge 15 rupees and additionally 8 rupees. Within a 1 kilometer you drop anywhere here, wherever you get down from the auto, within a 1 kilometer you have to pay the 15 rupees only. If you travel 1 kilometer also you have to pay 15. Within a 1 kilometer if you get down from the auto also you have to pay 15 rupees. Then after for every 1 kilometer you have to pay extra 1 kilometer, you have to pay the 8 rupees. Suppose you have traveled 2 kilometers. If you have traveled 2 kilometers, this 15 plus 8, 23 rupees you have to pay. If you travel 3 kilometers, this 15 plus 8 plus 8, 16, that is 31 rupees you have to pay. In like that, if you travel 10 kilometers, then what happens? This 15 plus, thus additionally we have to pay the 8 rupees for the subsequent. So for this we have to draw the graph. Let us see. The questions will be like this. See, y equal to the amount paid will be y equal to 15 is a fixed charge, x minus 1 into 8. Why x minus 1? Here x is nothing but a number of kilometers traveled. If they travel 10 kilometers, so already for 1 kilometer we are paying here 15 rupees. So we have to pay for 9 kilometers additionally 9 into 8, 72 rupees we have to pay again. So that's why if you traveled 15 kilometers, here 15 rupees for first kilometer, the next 14 kilometers will pay 88 rupees. That's why if you travel x kilometers, for first kilometer will pay the 15 rupees. The next here x minus 1 kilometers into 8 rupees we have to pay. X minus 1 into 8. So simple. then y equal to 15 plus x minus 1, x minus 8. Let's write the linear equation for this. Linear equation will be, with 8 you multiply here, y equal to 15 plus 8 into x, 8x minus 8. Then y equal to 15 plus 8x minus 8. Then y equal to 15 minus 8 is 7. 7 plus 8x. 7 plus 8x. Y equal to 7 plus 8x. Then this y also you transfer this side. Y also you transfer this side. It is already 8x plus 7. No? Here 8x. That y will be minus y plus 7 equal to 0. This is an equation actually. This is an equation. See, this is an equation. Then what is the y equal to here? Y equal to 7 plus 8x. 7 plus 8x. How? See, this 8 into x, 8x. 8 into minus 1, this is minus 8. Then 15 minus 8 is 7. Here it is 8x. 7 plus 8x. Y equal to 7 plus 8x. Instead of writing like this, you make a table like that. X values will be like this here. Then y equal to 7 plus 8x. 7 plus 8x you can make. Then you will get here x comma y. You will get x comma y. Okay, x comma y. Simple. Now if x equal to 1, what you will get? Y equal to 7 plus 8 into 1. That equal to 15. For first kilometer we will pay the 15 rupees. See. Then if it is 2, how much we have to pay? We have to pay the 23. 7 plus 8 into 2. That equal to 7 plus 8 to the 16. So y equal to 23. So here it is 1 comma 15. No. Here it is 2 comma 23. If you do like this, see, exactly they have written same what we got it here. Y equal to 15 plus x minus 1 into 8. X minus 1 into 8. Why? Here for first kilometer already we are paying. From this we have to subtract 1 kilometer. Already first kilometer ఇక్కడ పే చేస్తున్నాం. ఇప్పుడు 10 కిలోమీటర్లు పోతే ఫస్ట్ కిలోమీటర్కు 15 రూపీస్ ఇస్తాం. మిగతా 9 కిలోమీటర్స్ కంటే 10 మైనస్ 1 ఎక్స్ మైనస్ 1 అన్నమాట ఇక్కడ. ఎందుకంటే ఇక్కడ ఎక్స్ కిలోమీటర్స్ ట్రావెల్ చేస్తున్నాం కనుక ఎక్స్ మైనస్ 1 చేస్తాం. ఇక్కడ 10 కిలోమీటర్స్ అయితే 10 minus 1 9 kilometers pay చేస్తాం అట్లా. సో హియర్ రిటర్న్ లైక్ y ఈక్వల్ టు 15 ప్లస్ x మైనస్ 1 ఇంటూ 8 చేశాడు. దీన్ని మనం సింప్లిఫై చేసాం. ఇక్కడ సింప్లిఫై చేస్తే ఏమొచ్చింది? y ఈక్వల్ టు 7 ప్లస్ 8x. మీరు ఇది చేసుకొని ఒక 5 పాయింట్స్ డ్రా చేసుకొని ఆ 5 పాయింట్స్ ఇలాగే వస్తాయి. ఇక్కడ ఎలా వస్తాయి? 1 కామా 15, 2 కామా 23, 3 కామా 31 will comes like this. No, in the same way it comes like that. If you draw the graph for the question, you will get a graph like this. You will get a question like that. So find the distance traveled. Find the distance traveled if fare paid 55 rupees. If they paid 55 rupees. If they paid 55 rupees. So for 1 kilometer, 2 kilometer, 3 kilometer, 4 kilometer, 5 kilometers. He have taken, instead of taking like this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you take 5 kilometers, 10 kilometers, 20 kilometers, 25 kilometers like this. You take x values some big. If you take some x values as a some bigger value numbers, you will get a graph will be, you will get a very good graph. There you can find out the amount will paid will be on y. No, if they paid 55 rupees, 55 rupees here. If they paid 55 rupees, if you extend the graph, you will come to know how many kilometers they will be traveled. How many kilometers they will be traveled. So for 6 kilometers, for 6 kilometers definitely will get 55 rupees. For 6 kilometers, see, if it is 6, y equal to will definitely get 55 rupees. 6 kilometers, 55 rupees. From the graph only will get that. Then next question they asked, how much would be have to paid for 7 kilometers? For 6 kilometers already we are paying. For 6 kilometers already we are paying 55 rupees. For 7 kilometers, so this 55 plus 8. 63 rupees will be paying for 7 kilometers. That is the answers. Here they ask two questions. From the graph, the distance travelled, fare paid is 55 rupees. ఇక్కడ 55 రూపీస్కి ఇలా డ్రా చేసి కిందికి ఇలా డ్రా చేయండి. మీకు 6 కిలోమీటర్స్ దగ్గర వస్తుంది. 6 కిలోమీటర్ ట్రావెల్ చేస్తే 55 రూపీస్ పే చేయాలి. మరి 7 కిలోమీటర్ ట్రావెల్ చేస్తే అంటే ఇక్కడ 7 నుంచి మీరు ఇలా డ్రా చేయండి. సో డెఫినెట్లీ 63 రూపీస్ దగ్గర మీకు టచ్ అవుతుంది. ఈ గ్రాఫ్ అనేది ఎక్స్టెండ్ చేసుకుంటా పోతే ఇట్లా గ్రాఫ్ అనేది ఎక్స్టెండ్ చేయండి. See, for 55 rupees it will be getting 6 kilometer. For 7 kilometer if you extend like this, you will be getting ఇక్కడ intersect అవుతుంది nothing but at 63 rupees. The number of rupees we are taking on y axis, the number of kilometers we are taking on x axis. That is the question actually. Then we go for a question number 4. A lending library has a fixed charge for first 3 days and additional charges for each day thereafter. So lending library in the sense we will normally be having libraries, the paid libraries. That means in the libraries if you want to study any kind of books, you can take to home, but they will be charged the amount like that. See, same like a before question only. Lending library as a fixed charge for first 3 days. For first 3 days they will be charged fixed charge. Okay, additional charges will be each day thereafter. తర్వాత ఒక్కొక్క 3 days తర్వాత నువ్వు ఎన్ని రోజులు ఉంచుకుంటే అన్ని రోజులకు ఎక్కువ డబ్బులు పే చేయాల్సి ఉంటుంది. సో దెన్ ఆఫ్టర్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు పే ద ఎక్స్ట్రా అమౌంట్. జాన్ పేడ్ 27 రూపీస్. జాన్ అనే అబ్బాయి 27 రూపీస్ పే చేశాడు. జాన్ పేడ్ 27 రూపీస్ ఫర్ ఏ బుక్ ఫర్ కీపింగ్ 7 days. He kept 7 days. He kept book with him 7 days and he paid 27 rupees. The fixed charge will be x. The fixed charges అనేవి x rupees అంట. ఓకే, సబ్సిక్వెంట్ ఫర్ డే చార్జెస్ విల్ బి y. ఫిక్స్డ్ చార్జెస్ x రూపీస్ చేస్తుంటారు. సబ్సిక్వెంట్ డే ఒక్కొక్క రోజు ఎక్కువ ఉంచుకున్నప్పుడు ఫస్ట్ 3 days ఫిక్స్డ్ చార్జెస్ దట్ ఈస్ x రూపీస్. ఫర్ 4 days or 5 days ఫర్ సబ్సిక్వెంట్ డే దే విల్ చార్జ్ y రూపీస్. Then write the linear equations representing above information. Linear equation draw చేయాలి పైన సిచ్యువేషన్కు. ఓకే, from the graph we need to find if fixed charge, okay, fixed the subsequent per day charge what. Okay, from the graph fixed the subsequent per day charge and if per day charge will be 4 rupees. Okay, find the fixed charge if charges is 7 rupees. This will find out from the graph only. See, here we do it. Fixed charges are x, subsequent charges will be y. Okay, John paid 27 rupees. John paid 27 rupees. John paid 27 rupees. Yes. Then here we get that the amount paid. How will you write this? X plus 4y equal to 7. Here fixed charges will be x rupees. The subsequent day charges y rupees. So for fixed charge x rupees they will take and for every day they take 4 rupees additionally. So 4y equal to total he paid 27 rupees. The John paid 27 rupees for 7 days. No. So first 3 days will be comes here. Next 4 days he paid y rupees. First 3 days x rupees he paid. Total 7 days are there. So first 3 days x rupees he paid. Next 4 days no. 4 into each day he paid y rupees. So 4 into y equal to 27. Now from that this x you transfer the side. If you x you transfer the side you will get 4y equal to 27 minus x. Then 4 you transfer 27 minus x by 4. So this is what 27 minus x by 4. If you substitute the x values, you assume some x values అనుకోండి, అవి ఇందులో సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేయండి. x values you substitute in this equation, you will get some y values. So you have to do this because graph questions cannot be done on the board. That's why I am showing you one of my child graph book. See the values, how they got it, how they solved. these simplifications are very easy. Already I told you this in the 6.2 exercise, how to find out. Here we got it. Yes. Here amount, the fixed charge will be taken on x-axis, the amount paid will be taken on y-axis. According to the question, here we got solutions also. Here according to the question you see and find out the solutions. Okay children. Then we go for question number 5. Question number 5. In a parking charges of a car in a Hyderabad railway station for first 2 hours 50 rupees and rupees 10 for each subsequent hour. Write down the equation and draw the graph. Find the following charges from the graph. Okay, this is the same question, like question number 3 and 4. In a Hyderabad railway station, the parking charges for first 2 hours 50 rupees. First 2 hours you keep or not, you keep a 1 hour or 2 hour, they take 50 rupees only. But if you keep a 3 hours, they will take 60 rupees, because additional hour they take 10 rupees extra again. If you keep 4 hours, this 50 rupees plus this 2 into 10 rupees, 20 rupees, 70 rupees they take. So now like that you form a linear equation and find out the solution. For first 3 hours as I told, 60 rupees they take. First for 6 hours, first 2 hours they take 50 rupees, next 4 hours will be 10, 40, 50 plus 40 will be 90 rupees will take in for first 6 hours. How many hours did Rekha park her car if she paid 80 rupees? If she paid 80 rupees, she would have parked 5 hours only. 5 hours, she would have paid 5 hours. First 2 hours 50 rupees, then 60, 70, 80. If she paid 80 rupees, it will be a 5 hours only. That will find out from the graph. See how to form an equation here. The fixed charges of first 2 hours will be 50 rupees and the charge for the subsequent hour is 10 rupees. Total amount paid is y rupees. Suppose the subsequent hours you assume like a x. So y is a total amount you paid. Y equal to you paid total amount. That equal to 50 is a fixed. In these 2 hours are there. 50 rupees antene indulo 2 hours unnai. So you have to subtract 2 hours from the x. How we have done in the previous questions. We have subtracted 1 no. Because already 1 hour for 1 kilometer already they charged here. For 1 kilometer already they are charged 15 rupees. For subsequent hour they charge 88 rupees. So we have subtracted 1 kilometer from here. In the same way here first 2 kilometers already charged 50 rupees. That 2 hours you have to subtract from here. X minus 2 into 10. Then here 10 into x, 10x minus here 10 into 2 is 20 should get. 10 into 2 is 20. 10 into 2 is 20. Then here see that 50 minus 20 is 30. Y equal to 10x, 50 minus 20 is 30. We have already. So this you want to write an equation, it comes like that. Y also you bring this side, 10x minus y plus 30 equal to 0. We have written a linear equation for the given statement, given question. For this now we will draw the graph y equal to 10x plus 30. Here x equal to you assume some numbers and y equal to you will get some numbers here. And these are the points we will get. See, these are the points we will get. These points if you locate on the graph paper, you will get answer. See, for first 3 hours we will get 60 rupees. For 6 hours 90 rupees. If she paid 80 rupees, there will be parking 5 hours. This also will be getting from the graph. You can keep the graph. See, you can draw the graph like this clearly. For 1.5 hour, it will be a 90. Distance will be 90. She will travel 90. So in 2 hours, she will travel 120 kilometers. In 3.5 hours, 210 hours. This will be getting from this graph. These dots, I think you can cleanly observe these dots. According to the question, it follows like that. Okay. Then seventh question will be like this. It is also in the form of y equal to mx. It is also in the form of y equal to mx. This question is given clearly here. See that seventh one, eighth one, ninth one will go on like that. I hope you can understand this all. A ratio of molecules weight of hydrogen and oxygen in water. Molecules weight in hydrogen and oxygen in water 1:8. Set up an equation of hydrogen and oxygen. Draw the graph. From the graph, find the quantities of hydrogen if oxygen is 12 grams. If oxygen is 12 grams, what will be the hydrogen? Find the quantity of oxygen if hydrogen is 3/2 grams. 3/2 grams. So here x is to y equal to 1:8. Okay. If these two are x is to y, that means hydrogen we assume like a x, oxygen we assume like a y. X is to y equal to 1:8. These two are in proportion. Product of means equal to product of extremes. Okay, 1 into y, 8 into x, 8x. Product of means equal to product of extremes. They are in proportions. Okay, here this two, 1 into y is y, 8 into x is 8x. 8x equal to y. So, or y equal to 8x. Again it is form of y equal to mx. It will be passed through the origin. You can put the 0 here. It also will be 0 only. Then it is passed through the 0 comma 0. You take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or not take any numbers here and easily you can find out the graph. Okay, easily we can find out the graphs. From the graph you need to find out the answer. Here there is no answers actually. See that what will be the, if okay, hydrogen, from the graph the quantity of hydrogen if oxygen is 12 grams. If oxygen is 12 grams, here if the oxygen is 12 grams, here till 12 it was not there here, that's why did not find out. Oxygen we are taking on x axis. Okay, hydrogen will be taking on y axis. So here till 9 only there. If you extend here, if you get a till 12, you will get answer. Then find the quantity of oxygen if hydrogen is 3/2 grams. 3/2 is nothing but a 1.5. Okay, hydrogen is 1.5. Suppose if hydrogen is 1.5 here, what will be the oxygen? You have to check it here. Here you will get it. Okay, that you go through that, children. Now we go for question number 8. In a mixture of 28 liters, the ratio of milk and water will be 5:2. So milk will be 5 and water will be 2 in this. Set up an equation between the mixture and milk. See, we have to set up an equation between mixture and milk. Here water, milk and water is given. Milk and water is 5:2. Milk and water is 5:2. When you add this both, you get 7. 5x, here 5 plus 2, 7. 7 will be mixture. And what is the milk in this? 5. So 7:5 will get C. X is to y equal to 7:5. 7 is what? Mixture. Mixture in the sense, this 5 and 2. Milk, water, రెండు కలిపితే మిక్చర్ అవుతుంది. సో మిల్క్ ఎంత 5, వాటర్ ఎంత 2, 5 plus 2 ఎంత 7. 7 is nothing but mixture. And milk is how much quantity in this? 5. So 7:5. X is to y equal to 7:5. Then here it will be there. Here you can see that same thing. The question will be follows like this. Okay, then again we'll read the question. By observing the graph, find the quantities of milk and mixture. Okay, will be given here. The ratio between mixture and milk is 5:2. Okay, 5 plus 2. That will be 5 plus 2 is to 5. 5 plus 2 is 7. 7:5. Mixture is to milk will be 7:5. So here mixture is 28 liters completely. Okay, the ratio of the milk and water is 5:2. The ratio of mixture and milk 5 plus 2 is to 5, that is 7:5. Let us assume that the quantity of milk is x, the quantity of mixture is y. Okay, then you will get here mixture will be y. So if you write product of means equal to product of extremes, you will get, here you will get, see, 7:5. What is this 7:5? This is a mixture. Mixture we assume like a y. First mixture, then it is a milk, no? It is a mixture. And this is milk. Okay, milk name అనుకున్నాం, x అనుకున్నాం. చూడండి, mixture value, milk value. So product of means equal to product of x. That's why they have written here 7:5 equal to y is to x, not x equal to y. ఎందుకు? ఫస్ట్ మిక్చర్ ఉంది, దాన్ని మనం y అనుకున్నాం. నెక్స్ట్ మిల్క్ ఉంది, దాన్ని మనం x అనుకున్నాం. సో ఇప్పుడు మీరు చేస్తే 7 ఇంటూ ఎక్స్ 7x, ఓకే, y ఇంటూ y ఇంటూ 5, దట్ ఈస్ 5y ఈక్వల్ టు 7x. దిస్ 5ని ఇలా ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ చేస్తే ఏమవుతుంది? y ఈక్వల్ టు 7/5 ఇంటూ x. y ఈక్వల్ టు 7x/5. 7x/5 or not, this 5y you transfer this side, 7x minus 5y equal to 0. For this you draw the graph here. For this if you draw the graph, you get a graph values like this. The graph values you get like this. If you put this graphs values on a graph paper, your graph will get like this. Put the values, check the values carefully children. I am not explaining the values. See 9th one and last one of this exercise 6.4. In a countries like a USA and Canada, the temperature is measured in Fahrenheit, where it is in countries like India, it's measured in Celsius. Here the linear equation that converts the Fahrenheit to Celsius. Fahrenheit equal to 9/5 into centigrade plus 32 degrees. So the temperature always will be calculated in the two quantities, like one is Fahrenheit, the other one is Celsius. Suppose the human body temperature is 36 degrees Celsius. If 36 degrees Celsius, if you want to change in the Fahrenheit, that is 96.8 Fahrenheit. Okay, suppose the temperature always when you go to the hospital, they will say that your body temperature is 98 or 100, more than 100. If your body temperature is more than 100 Fahrenheit, it will be very serious. So always the fever should be less than 100. That means normal body temperature should be 96.8, I think so, 96.8. If you calculate in the centigrade, that is 36 degrees centigrade. Here Fahrenheit formula is 9/5 degrees centigrade plus 32. Already given a equation. This is x, this is y. Fahrenheit is y, degree centigrade is x. Here these questions can be solved here. See that already given here centigrades, nothing but a x. Centigrades you take on a x axis, Fahrenheit you take on a y axis. Simple. Centigrade you take 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 40, 45 like that. Y simple. Here it is 9/5, no? It will be able to cancel this 25, 30, 35, 40, here 45. 45 will be able to cancel in 5 table. When you cancel this all, whatever the answer you get, you find out here. These are the points you will be getting. See, 25 degrees centigrade, 30 degrees centigrade, 35 degrees centigrade, 40 degrees centigrade, 45 degrees centigrade. Here 25 degrees centigrade and 77, 30 degrees centigrade 86, then 35 degrees centigrade 95, 40 degrees centigrade 104, and this is suppose at some words they have taken, I don't know what value they have taken here. Suppose this you don't write, I'll change one more point here. Let's go for, here I will take suppose minus 40 degrees. Okay, minus 40 degrees I think so it is. F equal to 9/5 into minus 40 degrees centigrade plus 32. ఏమవుతో చూద్దాం. 5 1s are 5 8s are 5 8s are. So what happens here? 9 into minus 8. 9 into minus 8 is minus 72. It is plus 72. That become minus 40. Yes, they have taken it is minus 40 degrees centigrade. It is plus 40 degrees. It is minus 40 degrees. If it is minus 40 degrees, then it will be minus 40 degrees centigrade. Okay, minus 40 degrees, comma this is, here also it is minus 40. At minus 40, the degree centigrade and Fahrenheit will be same. Here you see minus 40 degree centigrade minus 40 degree centigrade. When you substitute minus 40 degree centigrade here, here Fahrenheit also will be same. Okay, here Fahrenheit also will be same. See, there will be questions they asked. Draw the graph of the above linear equation. Celsius on x-axis and Fahrenheit on y-axis. Okay, Celsius already we have taken on x-axis. Fahrenheit will be taking on y-axis. So, second question. If the temperature is 30 degrees centigrade, what is the temperature in Fahrenheit? You see, temperature is 30 degrees centigrade we have taken. Then what is the Fahrenheit? That is 86. Yes, we got 30 degree centigrade, then 80 degree Fahrenheit, 86 degree Fahrenheit. Then what is the question? If the temperature is 95 degree Fahrenheit, 95 degrees Fahrenheit, what is the temperature in Celsius? Okay, so here 95 degree Fahrenheit, here we got 95 degree Fahrenheit. What is the temperature then? That is 35 degrees Celsius. Okay, then here, is there a temperature that has numerically same value of both Fahrenheit and Celsius? If yes, find out. So Fahrenheit to Celsius ఎప్పుడన్నా ఈక్వల్ అవుతాయా? ఏ టెంపరేచర్ దగ్గర అవుతాయి? ఎస్, దట్ విల్ బి ఈక్వల్ ఎట్ 40 degrees centigrade and 40 degrees Fahrenheit, but minus and minus, minus 40 degrees centigrade, minus 40 degrees of Fahrenheit. You get a graph like this, children. You please go through it and we get understand here. Minus 40 degrees centigrade, minus 40 degree of Fahrenheit. On x-axis it is Celsius, on y-axis it will be Fahrenheit. Okay, that is for this exercise 6.4. We'll be learning only this. In the 6.5 exercise we'll be having very easy graphs, that also we will learn in our next video. Till that time you find draw this all the graphs very carefully and get knowledge. Thank you all.